Welcome back to the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. Today, we are at the one and only Tweetsie Railroad for their annual Heritage Weekend. This year, we witnessed another blast of the past, with 190 being dressed up in a 1980s look, with brass bands around the smokestack and her period-accurate number plate. The changes are minimal, but they look good regardless. The day's events included the regular train rides, the memorabilia room, shop tours, and the evening photo run-bys. This year, number 12 was sadly once again absent from the activities, as she is well underway into a full rebuild. Hopefully we'll see her return in the near future. But for now, let's enjoy 190 as she steams into the 1980s.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tweetsie Railroad. We want to thank y'all for joining us for Railroad Heritage Weekend, Tweetsie in the 1980s. Please wait for the cowboys and cowgirls to drop the chains before boarding the train car of your choice. Our first train departs at 10:30.
Plymouth Switcher 593 and Coach 5 were on display in front of the shop for people to tour.
Aboard the Tweetsie Railroad. Casey Jones, let's ride. The train is clear, Casey.
At 2:30, we decided to attend the shop tour, where we could see number 12 up close. She has been completely stripped of her wheels, running gear, boiler tubes, and various other parts. Even though she wasn't running, it was cool to see her boiler and frame completely exposed. After the regular trains were finished, it was time to prepare for the evening photo special. Coach 5 would be added to the back of the train for the runbys, so some switching was required to get the consist ready. Finally, the train pulled in and we all loaded up. We left Main Street behind and headed for our first spot at the trestle, where there would be 2 runbys. We loaded up again and went to the Frontier Outpost, where there would also be 2 runbys. Everyone boarded again, and we set off. But instead of stopping at Main Street, the crew decided to take us non-stop around the mountain. Finally back in town, we watched 190 do some more switching to prepare for the next day's trains. And that concludes Tweetsie Railroad Heritage Weekend 2025. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. It was a fantastic day with so many great people, and I can't wait for next year. See y'all in the next video.
Like 100 years ago, you could see old Tweetsie rolling by. Close your eyes now, don't you see it? Smoking through the Carolina sky. Well, it's here for